comments and things like that. So this is how it looks, and as I mentioned, we have to adhere to IHE norms so that even from other networks, the hospitals from other networks can talk to us and get the patient records out. Obviously, we'll have all other See, I'm not talking about the typical cloud capabilities which is anyway required. I'm talking only about specifically what is required for healthcare. So here, so apart from that, I mean, I have already covered, most of these things, So apart from DICOM, sometimes, I mean, there are hospitals which don't support DICOM. So we have to support both DICOM and non-DICOM objects. For instance, if a PDF file or a JPEG file, some dentists, they may take just a picture and then, upload to us. So we have to actually, support that as well. Now, the other advantage of having a local archive is, see, sometimes what happens is sometimes some data corruption happens and you lose your local archive. So we have smart utilities and services which can actually recover from the cloud and restore your cache and put it here, right? So so that way you don't have to really worry about backing up your system and things like that. If you are working with us and if you are partnered with us and if you are talking to our cloud, we will take care of the backups and redundancy, replication, and all the stuff, and we'll make sure that if something happens to your local cache, we will recover it for you and we will bring it back. So
just one small question.
Sure.
Like, are you guaranteeing complete prevention against data loss? For example, you are telling that there is a cache, local cache here,
yes,
and then it has to go to the global cache, right?
Correct.
And I am thinking most probably there might be some delay before you cache it to the external cache, isn't it?
Right.
So what happens if some network latency happens or network goes down and the data that had to be backed up at one point of time doesn't get backed up to the local cache,
right,
and somehow it got corrupted. It's
right,
a very
I understand. Yeah.
so what happens is that data is lost forever, right?
Yeah.
So is there any kind of recovery that can be done at this end itself, or else is the data lost?
No, see, we do two things. One is, we do some replication here also. I mean, based on the customer requirement. But it's a very good question. The second thing is, we have some backup policies for even this system, right? But still, there is a chance that whatever you said can happen, right? So I mean, I as far as I understand, I don't think like. So,
you guys can hear me. I just wanted to add one point that this is what we mean by local is on premise, right? So it's basically on the healthcare provider's premise. First thing that we don't acknowledge an image till it is committed to the cloud archive, right? So this is the on-premise cache. It's just a cache. So if we have acknowledged an image in our cloud, that means it's in the cloud. That means we have kept it in a redundant fashion. We have replicated it to the DR. Of course, we probably acknowledge it even before we commit it to the DR. But unless it's committed to the cloud archive, we don't acknowledge it. So if you have received an acknowledgement, that means the image is committed to the cloud. So that way, thereafter, then you drop your cup of coffee on your on-premise box. Then what he talked about rapid restore is actually the fastest way of rapid restore. What we do is we actually create a whole disk and truck it, because there's so much of gigabytes of data, so it's much efficient to actually replicate that data in our cloud data center and send it by truck to the premises archive. That's the fastest way of recovering your cache. But did I answer your question?
Yeah, so if you haven't got an acknowledgement, right? I mean, so at least so the whoever has uploaded knows that okay, it is not committed. So I think still there's a chance. So so your question, that's what I said. So very well, and still there's a chance even though we have this mechanism, right? Any other question? All right. So yeah. Okay. So here, just wanted to give a quick glance about, we talked about XDS. XDS is nothing but, to make sure that, from the other networks you'll be able to access this. So, I'm not really going to talk deeper about this slide, but just wanted to give a picture. So basically, as I said, this will have a patient-centric model. This has this concept of everything has to be a submission set, and you submit everything what you get submitted. It's a document, and document is about patient, and so there are clearly defined domain model or data model around that patient. So once everyone starts following it, then it's very easy to So this is the critical thing. This record locator service. So any hospital which is adhering to IHE, if they talk through this IHE, this gateway whatever we are talking about, and if they call the record locator service, even if they're just passing the first name of the patient, last name of the few mandatory fields, we'll be able to look up and find the record for the patient and send it back, right? As long as they adhere to IHE. So that is the importance of IHE. So it's critical that when we build a cloud archive solution, we have to adhere to IHE so that we can improve the quality of the care by supporting this. So that's pretty much it. So again, the takeaway is as long as you got a high level understanding of what are some of the challenges, especially in the healthcare images. We are too far. India is nowhere close to to achieve some of the things because we are still carrying hard copies and things like that. I'm sure there's a way which is going to happen here as well. Because it's not even cost effective to have this hard copy, right? So as long as you understand the domain drivers and some of the capabilities what an archive needs, and and especially when you are building a cloud solution, what are the technology elements and standards what we adhere to. So that is basically the summary, and and this text is kind of. So Yogesh, you want to add anything? Okay. So any questions you have?
Any questions? Okay, so thanks. So that brings end to India Cloud Week. So after starting last weekend, last Saturday from Chennai, we traveled east, west, north, south of India, and finally it's ending in Bangalore. Thanks all of you for staying till the end. It's doubly appreciated. Thanks for choosing to come to this event. Hope you learned. Hope you liked some of these things, and hope whatever you have not liked, you have mentioned in the feedback form, so that we can improve next time. What we also want you to do is take back some of these learnings back to your organization and start something like a cloud coffee meet. These are small things. Once a month, cloud coffee meet, where you can discuss about some of the learnings which you did with others, those who couldn't come, and even with those who came, we can discuss further and how it can some of these things can be implemented in your business, and just do a brainstorming, do an MOM, and send it to your client that this is the initiative we are doing. Or you can actually join some of the standard forums like CICI and Cloud Security and Alliance, and you can contribute in these agencies, and this way you can network with very senior executives from other industries as well. So these standard forums, actually they meet at a particular time, and it's more of a networking session, so you learn a lot of things there. So I hope this is just the beginning, and hope to see you in 2014 in a grander, bigger scale, where we intend to have a cloud expo also, where you have all the service providers present, and you have all the buy side and the sales side both present, and the service integrators all, and it will be a mega event. And we need help from all of you. You can join us, Unicom, which is into conferences. So we organize conferences. So our next conference in Bangalore is on business excellence, which is a non-IT conference, where we have folks from IT as well as non-IT both coming, and that's the Business Excellence Summit via Process Excellence. So that's the one we are doing. Next is India UX UI Design Week, which is for designers, for product designers. That's in April. In May, we are doing India Risk Week, where in Bangalore the theme will be IT risk management. In Mumbai it will be financial and energy risk management, and in Mumbai and Delhi it will be enterprise risk management. In June we are doing India Agile Week, where it will be all about process like Scrum, Kanban, DSDM, etc. In July, we are doing World Conference on Next Generation Testing. It will be the world's biggest software testing summit, which we did last year. Last year we had about 500 people attending it. This year we are expecting 700 to 1,000 attending it. And through these conferences, what we are trying to do is, we are trying to achieve three things. First is, we are trying to bring the kind of conferences that happens in other parts of the world to India more frequently. You have conferences on cloud happening in India, but we are reaching out to corporates. We are reaching out to we are reaching out to learning and development teams. Second thing is, what we are trying to do is, we are trying to build thought leaders. So we run, like for Cloud India Cloud Week, we ran Cloud Champions League. The idea was to identify India's most knowledgeable cloud professional. And the finals will happen tomorrow, and you will get to know which company won it. So actually, it is not the company, it's people who win. Company nominates them. We had 200 plus companies participating in it. Phenomenal response, and they all want to win. So let's see who wins it. We have teams from Infosys, Honeywell, Amazon, and Microsoft competing among themselves. Then what we also do is that we have Unicom Thought Leadership Program. What it does, it's a free of cost program. It is for all alumni members, because we are running in topics which are very relevant and across all domains in technology as well as in process. So if any topic excites you, what we do is that we guide you and find out a trend which you can pick up. A difference between a thought leader and a non-thought leader. Just give me 1 minute. A thought leader has a knowledge of 200 or 180 hours more than you. We all try to gather knowledge. We go to net, we find all kind of information. But if you pick up one area, like for example, on cloud, even if you pick up cloud for healthcare industry, and do self-study, find out what things other companies are doing, find out case studies, and study half an hour every week. Half an hour every week adds up to 2 hours every month. It adds up to 24 hours every year. And in a 3 years time, you have 75 hours of knowledge. And believe me, you will be amongst India's only 100 cloud experts for healthcare. It's as simple as that. And idea should be that how company should approach you to hire you. And think about your dream company. Make yourself visible to those companies by coming as a speaker in these events, by being a thought leader, writing a blog. Once in 6 months. It's not a lot of time, and you can maybe watch four bad movies less in a year. And 3 years time you are a thought leader. Believe me, that's what the people who lost job in US because of us, they are doing, and they are earning money. We pay them to come here, and they charge us on a daily basis just because they know 75 hours more than anybody else in India. And it's just as simple as that. And we have identified this, and we have spoken to them, and when they talk, we find that there is a slight difference. It's not like there's a major difference between other speakers and them, but we realize that it's something which is missing, a self-motivation driven, some kind of direction. This is why we started this thought leadership, and on each area we intend to have thought leader in each city in India, and on each area we intend to identify best thought leader, and then provide them with a 25,000 rupees check and a shield which we will send to the CEO of that company, identifying them as a thought leader in that particular area by observing their 74 hours of work. You can do it in 1 year, you can do it in 3 years. Choice is yours. But the effect will be phenomenal, and the career growth will be extraordinary. But it has to be focused in one area. Don't think of doing PMP, ITIL, these things. Not unless you want to move into project management consulting. Just focus on one area, 75 hours. That's it. It's as simple as that, but believe me, nobody is thinking. They're trying to be a jack of all trade and master of none. Just be master of one, and you will be, all the jacks will be behind you, will be under you, they will be reporting to you. It's as simple as that. They're full of jacks. You have to just become a master. Just one step ahead. You don't even be phenomenally better than them. You have to just be slightly better than them. And 75 words is just enough. So with that knowledge, write to me if you want to be that thought leader. We will groom you, will provide you with a mentor, will keep you motivated, will provide you such platforms where you can come share your knowledge. Even if you have a small idea, we have a lightning talk session, which we did not have in India Cloud Week. But lightning talk session is that you have an idea, but it is not yet ready to be presented in front of a large audience. But you have some idea that, okay, in my company, if we try this. So lightning talk is during tea coffee break, we give you 10 minutes. So while others are taking tea, you have a whiteboard, you just talk to them, get a feedback. Get a feedback from them, how good this idea is. It will give you confidence also that you are speaking in front of 10, 15 people and getting feedback, work on it. In the second, then you send again paper to us that now we are ready to speak. Now you tell us. Now our expert panel will tell, no, still there is a need, you need to have more practicality, or it needs to have little more vision. And this way will make your paper extraordinarily well, and you can, introduce it in your organization, implement it in your organization. A lot of activities you can do. If your organization is not agreeing to it, believe me, if your project manager may not agree because it's beyond the scope of the project, your senior project manager will agree if you have that capability. He will know that you are the cloud guy. Whenever any project is come, he will ask your project manager to us that I need this person from the company. So get out of your project, appeal to your 2 level above your manager, and make sure that he knows that you are the cloud expert or you are the XYZ expert. And we will make sure through our branding that the organization knows your capability. But you have to work on it. 75 hours and 4 bad movies less. That's it. So thanks everyone, and have a nice weekend, drive safely, and we'll see you soon in any of our forthcoming events. Thank you.
Thank you.